Got the exotics over here. Check these out. The passion that us car enthusiasts have and the passion that we have for our cars and stuff, it's legendary. It's pretty big, right? All right, guys, we're gonna do a cold start from the interior of the garage. I haven't done that in a while, so I don't think I've ever done it ever. So here we go. Man, it's hard to, like, you know, not love that V8 sound. But yeah, let's get into today's video. All right, guys, so in today's video, I'm gonna go over some ways how the car community can help the entire US and probably even the whole world, right? So let me jump straight into it. Right now, I feel like the world is we're on the verge of World War III, and it's mainly due to a lack of empathy by most of us, because I feel like most of us, like, if we have, you know, if we're able to have cars like these, or if we're able to, like, have our own house and we're living comfortable and we have food in our bellies, then we forget that there's other people suffering in other places in the country and other places in the world. And that makes us, we get very complacent. We don't realize, like, you know, that there's other people suffering elsewhere, and that, you know, an injustice somewhere is an injustice everywhere. So if we could first, you know, come to terms with, like, you know, with that most of us lack empathy, and I would say myself included, because a lot of the times, like, I get caught up into what I have and what I'm doing, and I forget that, you know, that just to have cars like these is a dream for some people. So, you know, that's something I feel like we all kind of have to come to terms with. And once we can do that, then we can move on to the next step. And the next step is realizing that greed is bad. Like, I know, you know, a lot of people try to brainwash you into believing that greed is good, and it's not, because what happens is, once you get, like, everyone really just, you know, caring about themselves and trying to get more and more for themselves, then what's going to happen? You're going to end up in the situation that we're in today, where you have, like, 1% of the population has almost everything, and everyone else has next to nothing. Which is why I like the car community. The car community, like, you know, race car friends, the MLC, shout out to the MLC, shout out to 100 Gang Nate, Q to Chaotic, Blueprint 1 Ali, and of course ourselves, race car friends. You know, we all come from different walks of life, and somehow when we go to car shows, I'm going to go to one tomorrow to kind of prove this point, it doesn't matter the color, creed, race, you know, political beliefs or anything. Like, we all kind of have our love of cars and, you know, the freedom that car gives us, and that brings us together. It brings us together, and I've found in a lot of ways that people that meet up in the car community tend to look out for each other. So, like, let's say we see one of us is struggling, or somebody got injured or something, we all kind of group together and help each other. So why can't the world work the same way? You know, why can't the world come together and realize it's not about the skin tone or your political beliefs or any of that stuff? It's about humanity and life, and all of us just kind of working together and, you know, being happy together as a people, as a planet. So I want to put that forward first and foremost. That's where I come from. I come from a place of togetherness for everybody, not division. I'm not about dividing and conquering. I'm about bringing everybody together and making sure that we're, you know, like, I can't be happy with just me having everything and I'm good, and my friends and everybody else is poor. That's not right, you know. And that's where, like I said, that greed mindset, that lack of empathy, you know, is destructive and is short-sighted. I feel like if I'm doing well, then I want to make sure, like, everyone else that I can see around me is doing well as well. I mean, obviously I can't save the world, but I won't feel happy until, like, you know, I see a lot of people doing better, you know. So your heart first has to be in the right place. That's the main thing. Now, once you get all of that, like, you know, set aside, the passion that us car enthusiasts have, and the passion that we have for our cars and stuff, it's legendary. It's pretty big, right? So I'll lay out a scenario for you guys, just in the US, right? So the US, I believe, has like 258 million licensed drivers, right? Now, what if the government decided to say, okay, we're going to eliminate speed traps, and we're going to eliminate speed limits on highways if everyone pays $500 to go take a speed driving class, and basically kind of set us up similar to like how the Autobahn is in Germany. And we all the speed enthusiasts have like a highway that we can ride on and go fast and enjoy our cars and stuff like that. That's going to bring in a lot of revenue to the government, because every car enthusiast, and even people that just don't want to get tickets, are going to jump on that. They're all going to jump on it, right? That's going to bring in a lot of revenue for the government. So that's why I say cater to the car community. It could benefit everyone, right? Another thing is, you could put in tolls on those same roads, and just in toll generation alone would probably, balance the budget sheet for the U.S. government if we did that on all of our major highways and stuff. So little things like that, you just have to be a little bit innovative and think outside the box, and we could benefit like financially, we could benefit like, from a place of just like making sure everybody's good, and change our mindset, get away from greed, get away from me, and start thinking about your fellow brothers and sisters, and try to help everyone come together. And so that's just a small, we're probably gonna end up doing a podcast later on, probably 100 Gang Nate and I, when he gets back down here, and if Q the Chaotic can make it and Blueprint can make it as well, we may all end up doing a podcast where we discuss some of these ideas and go through the procedures of how we can actually implement it and make things better for everyone. But yeah, man, let's all come together as a car community and as a people and as a species, and let's get away from this whole brink of World War III and everybody fighting and killing, and let's get back to enjoying our cars and stop trying to take freedoms away from people. Like there's so many like, I feel like the rich and the spoiled that have everything want to make sure that they have everything and other people can enjoy themselves. Get away from that, because it's not sustainable. Because eventually, when enough people don't have enough, they're going to fight and take back everything. So graduate beyond that mindset of me, and let's start thinking about us as a people, as a species. All right, and with that, Race Car Friends out. Got the exotics over here, and check these out. Dude, always make you out, man. Record it, man. Where's your car?
Right here.
Oh,
I parked over there by the GTR.
Joey, is this yours, bro?
I'm gonna look at